Thank you, Chairman. Very good afternoon to all. My presentation is on endeavors to improve energy efficiency towards environmental friendly production of manganese alloys. I will speak about a little bit of introduction and then the process that we developed for production of low carbon ferromanganese, then usage of metallurgical residues, manganese containing metallurgical residues in production of silicomanganese. Then I will speak about usage of silicomanganese slag in the making of geopolymer and slag cement. As we know, manganese is an essential alloying element in steel making, and many properties in steel are derived by addition of ferromanganese as well as silicomanganese. And ferromanganese is generally classified as low carbon, medium carbon, and high carbon ferromanganese. And this high carbon ferromanganese is mostly produced in electric arc furnaces by using carbon as reductant. And whereas the medium carbon and low carbon ferromanganese is produced by mainly three methods. One is the decarbonization of high carbon ferromanganese, where the oxygen is lanced into the liquid ferromanganese and carbon is oxidized. Another method is by reduction of manganese ore using aluminum as reductant, and another is reduction of manganese ore using silicon as a reductant. If you see the silicothermic method, where silicomanganese is used as a reductant, in which silicon is there, which acts actually as a reductant. This process generally needs two furnaces at a time, because in one furnace manganese ore plus lime is melted, and in another furnace this manganese ore lime is melted. In another furnace silicomanganese is melted, and they are mixed together in a special type of ladle, like shaking ladle, and low carbon ferromanganese is produced. There are many constraints in that process, because at a time you have to operate two furnaces, and there is during the shaking operation or the rocking operation, there is a lot of energy consumption takes place, and also the heat losses takes place. So we studied mainly the slag system associated with this process, and we carried out some tests after some thermochemical simulation and thermodynamic calculations in our laboratory, and we came up with a small process where we produced low carbon ferromanganese and slag cement in a single furnace. And on that basis, we developed a small flow sheet where manganese ore is first put into the reduction roasting using carbon chips in a rotary kiln. Then the roasted manganese ore is mixed with lime and silicomanganese in appropriate manner and put into the electric arc furnace, and after smelting we produce the low carbon ferromanganese. This process is applied for patent, and this process is ready for demonstration, and the energy consumption is only 500 kilowatt hour per ton, whereas the conventional process for silicothermic reduction of manganese ore consumes around 2000 kilowatt hour per ton of energy. So there is definitely energy saving application of this furnace. And main advantages that we identified in this furnace is, one is in this process is that it's a one-step smelting process. It requires very low energy and of course high throughput volume in comparison to the aluminothermic method, where small pit type furnaces are operated for around 500 kg at the most. And silicomanganese alloy already available in the market can be used for this process, and existing EAF can be used. No special protocol is required. If I say about the energy consumption, when roasted ore was used, there was only 500 kilowatt hour per ton of energy consumed, whereas when non-roasted ore was there was much higher energy was there. And of course, this pre-reduction also affected the grade of the alloy. With the same manganese to silicon ratio in the charge mix, we got in average 60 to 65% manganese in the alloy, whereas after reduction roasting we got 72 to 79%, which is required as per the Indian standard specifications. Another process that we studied was using residue obtained after recovery of copper, nickel and cobalt from manganese nodules, because manganese nodule residue is a kind of low manganese material, which has manganese to iron ratio 2.5, which cannot be used directly for smelting to produce manganese ferroalloys. For this, we also carried out some thermochemical simulation and thermodynamic calculations, and after that we came up with a particular charge mix which we tested in our laboratory using an electric arc furnace, and we came up with a process. Here also we played with the chemistry of the slag, because the silicomanganese slag is quite different from the ferromanganese slag, which requires special attention because of the presence of high silica in there. So we arrived at an optimum condition which is required particularly for using manganese nodule residue kind of low grade material, so that we can produce standard grade silicomanganese alloy. Alternatively, we also worked out for production of silicomanganese by two-stage smelting route. In the first stage, we smelted the manganese ore and produced our high manganese containing slag, and thereafter this high manganese slag was smelted in the second stage with additional carbon and additional flux to produce the silicomanganese alloy. Now coming to the silicomanganese slag, as you know, ferromanganese slag is used for the production of silicomanganese slag, but the silicomanganese slag is as such has no use at present. So we also used this we use geopolymerization technique for the application of silicomanganese slag, as it resembles with the granulated blast furnace slag, only differs due to the content of MnO, and normal practice in industry is the air cooling of this slag, but we modified this slag by water quenching, water granulation, and we mixed it with fly ash and also the alkali to form spongy structures, and we have got 40 megapascal of compressive strength with 28% fly ash and 88% silicomanganese slag, which is comparable to the compressive strength obtained with the granulated blast furnace slag. Another usage that we explored was application of silicomanganese slag in cement, and for that we modified this silicomanganese slag. Here we also used water quenching, and then we